Gene Pocket versus Richard Fortunedale, coming up on News for Human Use. Hey there, humans, and welcome to another edition of News for Human Use, your human contact in the computer-induced isolation. I'm Gene Pocket. I'm an author, the voice of the human resistance, and the only viable candidate in the race for the White House in the year 2020 who isn't a raving lunatic. I'm the only candidate talking about the things that affect humans' jobs and humans' lives. This virus is the catalyst that's going to induce a tidal wave of automation, and the millions of Americans that have been thrown out of work will find themselves staring through the windows of potential workplaces only to find robotic replacements doing their jobs. Cashiers are done. Your waitress is now a remote-controlled cart, and your cab driver is an ambiguous, disembodied voice called Zara or something. I'm not having it. Not in my America. If there's one thing that makes America great, it's the humans that make up this great country of ours. Humans, the great resilient humans of America, are exactly why I founded the Human Party all the way back in the year 2016. Back then it was just a guy and his best friend. Now we're practically a global phenomenon. Before anyone else, I saw that human beings needed a voice speaking on their behalf, a party that truly represented their unique and individual needs, starting with the need to survive, because we are in a war, my human friends, a war with the bots, machines, and artificial intelligences. It's us or them. If we sit around waiting for these things to reveal their sentience, the smoking gun's gonna be a laser pistol wielded by a merciless killing machine. We have to act now and pass the Pocket Protector Act before it's too late. We need to save the human jobs lost in this pandemic. We have to rebuild trust in the economy and prevent the machines from sweeping away the entire human workforce. That's why we also have to work to restrict robot rights before they can get their metal foot in the door, starting with, at the very least, passing the 2 laws of robotics. We've had decades and our political class has done nothing. It's time to act, and we've got to act now. But folks, my human friends out there, in order to achieve our goal of human dominance over the machines, we have to work together. And believe it or not, healthy debate is one of the ways that we can come closer together. Discussion and hashing out ideas is how we come to know not only other people, but ourselves as well. The Human Party is like no other party. Not only do we welcome healthy debate, but we are 100% transparent. There is no secrets between friends. So this week, I wanted to update you on some of the things that have been happening here at Human Party HQ. Now, I suppose I ought to start at the beginning. Well, folks, it all started just about a month ago when Human Party mega donor Richard Fortunedale posted a video on this channel called Richard Fortunedale Settles the Debate About Gun Control, in which he draws this conclusion.
Just repeal it. Repeal the Second Amendment.
Now, we posted the video, but I felt like I had to send an email to Mr. Fortunedale, gently reminding him about the Human Party's stance on gun control. Here it is on our issues page at genepocket.org. Quote, "Every able-bodied American should have a gun. It's one of the few reliable weapons we have in the war with bots, machines, and artificial intelligences. It's no coincidence that the same politicians who have been calling for fewer guns are the same group of folks who have let automation creep into our country unchecked. We can't let them succeed in taking our guns. We're going to need them to fight the tyranny of the bots, machines, and artificial intelligences. The Human Party proudly supports the Second Amendment. When we've beaten back the threat of bots, machines, and artificial intelligences, we'll revisit the issue," end quote. Well, folks, needless to say, Richard Fortunedale didn't like that. These rich guys are not used to people talking back to them. So Dick Fortunedale shot back a stinging reply, quote, "Every able-bodied American should have a gun? How about able-minded? You say guns are one of the few reliable weapons we have in the war with the bots. But what if that bot comes for you, has body armor? You're going to spend your last few seconds wishing you had run away. Instead, you say guns are the perfect antidote to tyranny. Yeah, and the perfect enabler as well. Ask the citizens of Honduras, Guatemala, Iraq, Syria, etc. ad nauseum. Rights should be upheld as long as the people who possess them show themselves worthy of wielding such rights," end quote. Now, Fortunedale makes some really good points here. It's true that even the most skilled gunman will be no match for an armed android. A water gun would probably be a more effective weapon, but no one's coming after your right to bear water guns. And it's true that guns have been used to create human oppression far too many times. But what I found interesting in Fortunedale's reply was this line: rights should be upheld as long as the people who possess them show themselves worthy of wielding such rights. Here's what I had to say in reply, quote, "You say rights should be upheld as long as the people who possess them show themselves worthy of wielding such rights?" It's an interesting philosophy which seems counter to the thinking of the founders, that all humans are created equal and endowed with inalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To secure these rights, governments are instituted among humanity, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Rights are not bestowed by the government. The government exists to protect those rights, not to destroy them. In any event, once the machines have been defeated, we will revisit this issue. Certainly if a law is threatening the right to life, it needs revisiting. But right now, the bots, machines, and artificial intelligences are the greater threat, end quote. Now, once again, Dick Fortunedale did not take kindly to the pushback. He wrote back, quote, "Endowed with inalienable rights? By whom? Nobody endowed anybody with shit. We decided on the rules, which have changed repeatedly and wildly over the years. Prohibition, for example. Or how can you lock anyone up in prison, however many people they may have murdered, if they have an inalienable right to liberty? Besides that, the Declaration of Independence was a general statement of principles, not law. I say again, what if the robots are bulletproof and expelling sarin nerve gas from your cold dead hands, indeed," end quote. Now folks, again, he makes some good points, and I gotta say, gun rights is not something that I want to split the human party over, so I'd like to know how you feel about it. Comment below with your thoughts on how the human party should approach the issue of gun control. Dick and I have agreed that it is an issue that needs a more nuanced approach than our current platform. I've agreed to compromise, and while I don't know if I'd go so far as repealing the Second Amendment, it's clear common sense gun legislation is something that is worth considering. Now, it'd be nice to say that this was where the story ended, a compromise reached with all parties involved somewhat satisfied, but as always, my human friends, it gets much worse. Last week, I came to you with another story about the drone invasion. Now, this is a topic that I've covered extensively in the last 2 years, in last week's video and many other videos. After sharing the alarming truth about drones again last week, I moved on to the next project, thinking we'd made another informative and edifying video. And then I got this message from Dick Fortunedale.
Dick Fortunedale here. I gotta take some exception with Gene's latest rant. Drones are not robots per se. They're just tools controlled by humans, you know, like a hammer or a sickle. I think Gene is making a mountain out of a molehill here. The drones are friendly spirits, just here to help us through the magic of beneficent technology. I've got a few of those gun-shooting drones myself. Never can tell when you're going to need them. It'll be interesting to see how Gene goes about enforcing his no-drone ban, especially in foreign countries, as he claims he will. Maybe it's time for Gene to come out of that cave he's in, get a shave and a haircut, and take a look around. By the way, Gene, if you're listening, it's better not to keep repeating that you'll be there every single Thursday and then skip every other week. I'm Richard Fortunedale, and I approved this message.
Drones are tools? Drones are tools? What is he thinking? This is outrageous and untrue, typical of the moneyed class that he would be so short-sighted and narrow-minded. It may appear that drones are tools, here to help humans, Dick, but you're not looking at the bigger picture. Right now, drones are as harmless as the human operator, but imagine that every single drone on Earth was suddenly under the control of an artificial supermind bent on destroying the human race. Now the tools, all of the tools are in the cold, metal hands of our mortal enemy. We can't assemble an arsenal for our opponents to use against us. It's too risky. And you know what else, Dick? A gun is a tool too, only as harmful as the human operating it. Interesting that you'd want to repeal the Second Amendment, but you have gun-toting drones patrolling your palatial estate. Classic fat cat doublespeak. Beneficent technology is dangerously close to robotic propaganda, and I gotta say that kind of talk makes me feel really uncomfortable, Dick Fortunedale. And to top it all off, Dick Fortunedale wants me to shave and get a haircut, but I'm not gonna do it. And it's not out of defiance to my donors, but out of solidarity with my fellow Americans. I'll shave and visit the barber when every last American is back at work and freed from house arrest. And fine, I missed a Thursday here or there. I'm sorry about that, Dick. It's hard to keep track of what day it is in a sunless bunker. I'll try to do better. But folks, I want to assure you that this isn't going to stop me from taking Dick Fortunedale's money, and Dick is always welcome in the Human Party. But just because he's donated a lot of money, it doesn't mean he gets to dictate the direction of the Human Party, because this is the party of the people. It's not the Pocket Party or the Fortunedale Party, it's the Human Party, a party made up of people. We the people coming together to fight for a human future. Because we have to come together, my human friends. It's only together that we can save this country. It's only together that we can save the world. And together, united under the banner of the Human Party, we're going to take the White House in November. And that's why I'm going to be here every single Thursday, bringing you news and information that's fit for human use. Tell the people you care about this video. Don't just share the link. Tell them face to face from a safe social distance. Maybe you know someone who has more money than common sense. Look into their eyes and tell them the truth. Tell them there's hope. There's hope if we come together. There's hope if you vote Human Party. There's hope if you buy Human Party merch. Be sure to visit www.genepocket.org. That's G-E-N-E pocket.org, where you're going to find all kinds of information about my campaign, the Human Party, how you can volunteer, Human Party merchandise, and most importantly, the link to our donation page. Donate today if you agree that we need to keep America human. Hit subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. I'm Gene Pocket, and until next week, I wish good things for you, good things for the United States of America, and all the best to the human race. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.
What have you got? What have you gotta? What have you gotta have? What? You've gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never.
Hello?
It's Dick again. Memo to Gene. What, again with the dancing? Gene, we've talked about this. Dancing? You gotta up your game or cut it out. Try to act a little presidential. Seriously, you look like an animatronic walrus up there. You're embarrassing me.
Dick,
we need to talk about those ties you're wearing.
my tie.
You don't want to frighten horses or small children. Get a grip. Stay focused. Anyway, the check's in the mail. Talk to you soon.
Dick?